Hello friends, I'm Ric Beattie. I'm the Senior Minister at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan. And it's such an honor for me to share meditations with you. I'm going to share Daily Word in a moment. I do that with permission of Unity, the publishers of Daily Word. I'm a Unity minister. And I'll share this Daily Word with some thoughts that I have about it. And then we'll have a meditation. Today I'm using the music, The Heart of Oneness by Gregory Barrette. He's my former boss and a dear colleague and friend. He's retired from full-time ministry, but he gives me permission to use this piece of music called The Heart of Oneness. And I invite you to, we've got a lot going on at the Unity of Royal Oak this weekend particularly. We have Martha Creek in town all weekend. So come and be a part of that if you're local. Catch her on our live stream. Sunday morning she'll be doing the talk. If you're not local and you want to experience Martha. And while you're at our website, you can see everything else that we have going on through the year end. We have an amazing lineup of 2 Christmas services, candle lighting services at 6 and 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve, the 24th. We'll have no Christmas Day service of any kind because we'll be doing 2 on Christmas Eve. And then New Year's Eve at 7 p.m. our annual burning bowl, which we love, and then the next morning our Whitestone ceremony. And then the following Saturday, April Ellenberg, one of our licensed Unity teachers, will present her Goal Getters Workshop, which is always a hit. So there's lots going on here in person. We invite you to be a part of it if you can. We also invite you, if you're willing and interested and guided to do so, to support us financially and with your presence. So you can attend any event that's supporting us with your presence, whether you do it virtually or in person, and then your financial contributions are what make this ministry possible. It's just that simple. We're a nonprofit and we are a 501c3, so you can make a contribution right at our website, unityofroyaloak.org. And if you're new to Unity of Royal Oak, I'd love to hear from you. Send an email to info@unityofroyaloak.org, and me or one of our staff will respond to you. We'd like to encourage you on the journey called life, because we're all getting there together. We all have a little bit different way about it, but we're all getting there together. Okay, so I want to share with you today's Daily Word for November the 30th, the end of November. November is the power for the month that we acknowledge during November is the power of elimination. Now the powers can be used at any time. We evoke them, but the power of elimination, renunciation, it's sometimes called, is the ability to let go of what no longer serves us. What's holding us back? Could be false thinking, could be old hurts. Whatever it is, you can let it go. If you need help with that, get a hold of me right here at Unity of Royal Oak. All right. The key word for November 30th is pray for others. And the affirmation is, my prayers surround you with love and peace. And that's my commitment to you, is my prayers surround you with love and peace. All the people who connect with us, all of the people who have been drawn to this ministry and who are co-creating an amazing community here, who are in my prayers every day. My prayers surround you with love and peace. Whenever someone reaches out to me with a prayer need, I'm happy to pray for them. I know I am blessed as I pray with others, even as I am sending my blessings to them. In this way, we are all lifted up to a stronger spiritual awareness. Whether the person for whom I pray is known to me or is a stranger, in the same room or in another part of the world, our shared prayer joins us in spirit. As I pray, I affirm nothing is impossible for the divine presence that is within us all. I am fortunate and so grateful to share the love and peace of God with others in prayer. The more I pray, the more my spiritual connection to the divine within me grows ever deeper, even as it stretches out far beyond me. And the Bible verse for today is from Uh, Luke chapter 22, verse 32. But I have prayed for you that your own faith may not fail. It's such a joy always for me to pray with others. And I remember the very first public ministry of any kind I think that I did was a long time ago. It was part of another denomination. I did a workshop on prayer. And my workshop was about the fact that prayer is more than something we say. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of being. When I pray with someone, I behold the best in them. I see it. We don't give any power, any energy to the illness. One of my key strengths, core strengths, if you will, as a minister is pastoral care. I think I'm good at it, and many others have told me that. And I used to think that I had to have the answers for people. And that really was kind of a put-off. I'd get all studied up on some latest and greatest something in the spiritual, personal development field, and then I would be all over that. Well, sometimes it's just presence, isn't it? Just the gift of presence, to be with someone. I have a friend and someone I've known for a number of years, a friend and former colleague, who is recently decided to enter hospice care. The cancer that this person has been fighting, has been being treated for, is no longer responding. And so they've made the decision to enter hospice care. And I'm not trying to fix anything anymore. I gave that up a long time ago. But I will be with this person on this journey, and just like I'm with you, if I can be useful to you, because there's nothing that more interests me than watching another person get hold of these ideas that we call New Thought. Unity is often described as a philosophy for living. It's not any belief system, because our belief system is very short. We believe that God is all of it, everything, everywhere. God is one presence, one power, allness, and that you and I are expressions of that life lived out in a highly individuated form. And we can, by our thoughts, words, I would add feelings and emotions, we create our world. We energize it into being. We pray positively. We use denials and affirmations. We release the idea that anything can get in the way of our good, and we embrace through prayer positively that everything is working in the best and highest for us. And I'm aware that sometimes the person I'm praying for, or who's been affirmatively praying, is going to die anyway. That isn't anything about the prayer not working. I believe that healing is always possible. A cure, maybe not. Don't understand that. I'm not a physician. I'm a metaphysician. What I know is, for some people who've come to the end of their journey of the body, the journey of the body, because we are eternal beings, there will never be an end to the spiritual aspect of us, but the body's going to wear out someday. It will. I know there are people who think about all kinds of ways to prolong the body. Well, nothing so far that I know of. So, but I believe that I'm an eternal being. I have had enough experiences of people who've made their transitions to believe that for myself. You have to figure that out for yourself. All I can do is share what works for me. And what works for me is to settle into prayer, positive prayer, affirmative prayer, trusting knowing that God is at work in a person. And if sometimes that, as I was saying, that means that the body is laid aside and that entity, the spiritual being, moves on. What that looks like, I don't have a clue. What I know is that it's real. All right. So, whatever you've got going on in your life right now, know that you're not alone. And know that you have within you more power than you can possibly imagine. more power. Sometimes some call it the power that creates worlds. What if that were true? What if you knew that? Because I believe that that is true. You have within you the power that creates worlds, the same power, because there's only one presence and one power. So we hold to this truth that love is present and that God is all. I'm going to turn the music up here in a minute. Before I do that, I'll give a quick scan of your body to see if there's any tension, any stress you're holding. Start at the bottoms of your feet and scan your way up, your toes, your feet, your ankles, lower legs, shins, calves, your knees, thigh muscles, the glutes, right on up around your waist area, the band of muscles that keep everything together. If you notice any tension anywhere, just stop for a moment and invite it to drain away. Know that it will. And then continue the scan of your body, coming up now, your abdominal area, your solar plexus, around your back, the lower back, the small of your back, the spot between your shoulder blades and shoulders themselves. Any tension, let it just drain away. And allow yourself to be full with the awareness of the presence of that one that we call God. And now I invite you just to allow your breathing to assume its normal rhythm. And a reminder, should you hear any noise, either from here, maybe the traffic outside on the road, or wherever you are right now in this meditative time, this time of deep connection, let that noise, let that disruption just be a reminder to turn within. Because we turn away from the outer and we turn within to something greater. So take a deep breath with me. Sigh it out. And in this moment, we know that all is well. And we give our minds a job to pay attention to our breathing. As we allow ourselves to relax with each breath a little bit more. With every breath I take, I become more aware of the presence and the power of the living God in me as me. Many times during the course of a day, I check in and I might find my shoulders are askew or tense or tight, uplifted. Allow them to be relaxed now, every part of your being. Relax as we spend this time together in the presence of God, consciously and within each of us. Dear friends, as you remain in this meditative state, sometimes my mind wanders off, so I bring it back. And let's enter now into a brief time of prayer. Because have you noticed there's a lot going on in our world and in our lives at this time of year. Holidays coming, and there's more of a desire to get together. More people are traveling. We'll have influenza and COVID and RSV all mixed up. We know this already. We're trusting that each one looks out for themselves. So hold an image in your mind of any circumstance or situation that is going on in your world. Maybe a loved one. Maybe you're missing someone who has departed, is deceased. Whatever it is, however that's showing up for you, just be with it. Be with it and trust and know that you're not alone. So we, Father, Mother, and everything, God, we give thanks that your presence is with us always and in all ways and in every circumstance. There's no place that we can be where you are not. We know this to be true. We trust and know that everything is working together, ultimately for good. Some of it may be tough at times, and yet we go through those times too. We get through it. We're grateful for others who share the journey, whether with us physically right now or remote from us by telephone or video call. However we connect, it's a beautiful thing. And we give thanks for this world that we live on, that we're a part of, really. And we give thanks, God, that we are getting smarter all the time and we are taking better care of our planet. Because it's the only one we got at this moment anyway. And now, dear friends, remember that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well. Enjoy your day or your evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. God bless you. We appreciate you. Visit unityofroyaloak.org for more information. Namaste.